Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming this soft glam makeup look. I am obsessed with this makeup look. I always do this type of soft glam look when I want to be put together but I don't have enough time or I'm a little bit lazy. It's definitely a little bit less steps than a full glam look, but it definitely makes you look well put together. And one of my biggest tips is I definitely go thicker on the eyeliner on the top, like brings the attention to the eyes. So if you want to see how I got this soft glam makeup look, then keep watching. So first I like to take the MAC foundation palette and I like to take the two shades on the top to use as a base all over my eyelids. And this just helps so that the eyeshadow sticks properly and also doesn't crease. And this is just a neutral color that I use. And I also just did my brows off camera. So now I take this fluffy brush and take the Maybelline loose powder and I lightly dust my eyelids to set the base. And this just helps so that the base doesn't crease. Okay, so I'm going to take my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer, my favorite bronzer ever. And I'm going to take the A20 and I'm going to work this in my crease for the transition shade. So you just want to go ahead and bring it above the crease and just kind of create like a transition. This is kind of like the base color. And also, if you notice, bring it like to the bridge of my nose here a little bit and just kind of go back and forth to set it. I'm going to do this eye off camera, but I'll show you this one here. Okay, so once that has set, then I'm going to go in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. And I'm just going to build on that. And I'm going to take these two colors here. They are matte, I believe, matte 4 and matte 8. It's my favorite palette. And we're just going to build up on that bronzer and just add more definition to the crease. And I like this brush because it's like kind of domed, so you can kind of use it for placement and a little bit of blending, but not a lot. And again, really in the inner corner, bringing it slightly to the bridge of my nose, like that. And one thing with makeup is you want to build it up. So don't just like take a lot and work with it. Like you really want to like take a little bit, build up, take a little bit and build up. That is how you get a really nice finish to your makeup. And a tip if you're new, putting your pinky on your cheek while you do your eyebrows and stuff, eyeliner especially, really helps to get more control. So you can do that. I'm used to it doing it like this. So you can see that's like a really nice blend. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this color here. This is matte 7. Sorry, hold on. No, matte 6. And I'm going to take this brush, which is the A25. Working on the outside here. Kind of creating like a V, not a sharp V, maybe more like a U. Just building it up like that. I love soft glam looks because it's not too much effort, but you still look bomb. And then just lightly bringing it to the inner part of my crease. And I'm just going to build on that. It's okay if it's messy because we're going to clean it up. Okay, so I'm okay with this blend here. So I'm going to go ahead and now add the lighter color. I'm going to go back with that concealer brush, and whatever is left on it, I'm just going to put it on the inner part of my lid. I think I'm going to need to get a little bit more concealer or foundation from that MAC palette and just apply the tiniest amount. I'm not looking for a cut crease, but just a little bit. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit so that I can put the lighter color. Maybe until like half. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take the Make by Ariel 829. It's like a flat brush. And I'm going to take this color right here. I believe this is matte 3. What I like about this color is it's not like a stark white. It's like creamy. So for this look, it's perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead, take a little bit. So it's like that. Don't mind my brushes. So I'm going to tap off the excess and just pat it down like that. So I'm going to go back with the same brush and take the same colors. And just build it up. I'm just going to go back to kind of define the crease. The black color and an angled brush, and I'm going to get the black eyeshadow and put it as eyeliner. Okay, so I definitely can't talk and do eyeliner at the same time. So I definitely take the brush and stamp it on my eyelid, and I go ahead and follow the natural shape of my eye. I then slowly start to create a little wing, and I go along the bottom lash line to create the wing, and then I connect everything together. And then I go back with the shadow and just stamp it on to make it more dramatic. And also notice how my pinky finger is on my cheek to help me get more control and to get a precise line along my lash line. Putting your pinky on your cheek, it definitely helps to create the perfect wing. So I popped on my lashes off camera, and now I'm going to go ahead and put on my concealer for highlight. I also did my foundation off camera as well. I used the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, I believe in the shade 5.75. So I like to put my foundation on first and let it completely dry before I go ahead and add powder. So I'm using the MAC Studio Fix foundation powder, and I like to apply it in dabbing motions, as you can see. This is one of my biggest secrets, to have seamless skin and not have my foundation be cracky. If you apply powder on top of wet foundation, then it does get creased and cracked, especially in the nose area. So I would recommend to try putting your foundation on, let it completely dry, and then add your powder. Now I'm going to go into the contouring. So I'm using my MAC foundation palette and using the two shades on the bottom as well as the warmer shade on top to contour my face. So I've already applied it in the spots that I'm going to contour. I then take a smaller brush and use the same shades on my nose. So I use the cooler tone on the tip of my nose, and don't ask me why. I go ahead and use the warmer foundation shade on the bridge and towards my eye area. This just gives me a different effect that I really like and really helps to contour my nose. So if you want to try that, definitely give it a shot and let me know. So you'll notice that I leave my concealer on. Same concept like the foundation. You want to let it get dry before you blend and add powder. Now I'm taking an angled brush and I'm just blending that contour in and blending it in dabbing motions all over my face. So even though this is a soft look, we are still doing the full shebang. So now I take this flat foundation brush and I use it to spread out the concealer. At this point, the concealer is a little bit tacky, so it is a little bit easier to work with. And the Tarte concealer is super thick, which I like. And this shade, I believe, is porcelain, and it's the lightest shade, and it gives me a super bright under eye, which I love. So I take the brush and using the tip of the brush, I go ahead and spread it out and I also press it against the side of my nose. I then go ahead and take a beauty blender to now really blend that concealer and really put it into my skin. This is really important before you do the baking so that you're avoiding any creasing under your eyes or any cracking. So this tip really helps with that. So I'm just making sure everything is well blended. And now I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Peach Pie baking powder. And what I like to do is I put it on the back of the lid. And then I use a powder puff, which I feel like makes a huge difference compared to a beauty blender. And I take a little bit of the powder first to kind of lightly set the concealer. And then I go back to do the full bake, as you'll see. So now I'm adding the bake to my under eye, under my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose and my forehead, and I wait 5 minutes, let that sit. And while the bake is happening, I go ahead and just touch up my nose contour in case any powder spilled over. And once it's been 5 minutes, I go ahead and take this fluffy brush from Makeup by Ariel and I lightly dust the powder in and then brush it out to get rid of the bake. Then I take my favorite bronzer in the entire world. This is the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. I use this every day. And I go ahead with the same blending brush and I put that all over where I contoured. And this is just to add a little bit of warmth to my face and help with the dimension. And this really helps to give like a soft, natural type of finish. Love the Give Me Sun bronzer. And then I just take some rose water and just rehydrate my face from all of the powders. This is also a great tip if you have some dry skin, especially in the winter, to add a little bit of hydration and restore that given all the powders we used. So now I'm going to go back to the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette and a pencil brush, and I'm just going to apply the shadow underneath my eyes. I always do this step after I do the highlight and bake, just for obvious reasons, and this just helps to finish the eye makeup look and make your eyes pop without actually putting on some eyeliner. It's just easy cleanup at the end of the day. So this is my favorite part ever. It's time for blush. I'm using the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy. This blush, a little goes a long way, so you really want to apply a little bit and build it up. And I found that it best works with the Makeup by Ariel. I believe it's the blush brush. It blends it out nice, and it doesn't make it seem too pink. It's just the right amount. And I like to blend it super high and just bring it up towards my temples and then bring it down to my cheekbones. And then I like to use the Dior blush, which I feel like the Dior blush, the shade only lasts for about 4 to 5 hours, but when I pair it with the Rare Beauty blush, it lasts even longer. And then my secret is I go ahead and take the NARS blush, which is in the shade Luster, and I go ahead and apply that on top. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it, so I only use a little bit and I keep it super high, and it gives the perfect finish. It's like a pinky with subtle peach hint to it, and it just really completes the soft glam look. So now it's my second favorite part, which is the lips. I'm using the MAC Plum Lip Liner, and this lip liner is so perfect. It has like a plummy burgundy-ish type of undertone, but it just works. And I go ahead and apply that all over my lips, and I like to make it a little bit more bold. Then I take the MAC Viva Glam 2 lipstick, which is the perfect nudie pink. Goes well with the plum lip liner, and I apply that all over. And then for that glossy finish, I love using the Thanks It's MAC lipstick. So it's not a lip gloss, but it's not a lipstick. It's like the perfect top coat on top of any lipstick you wear. And it just gives it that nice glossy finish without being sticky. And then I like to go ahead and just take the liner and just re-outline any part that got messy. And again, using the pinky finger on the chin to kind of help have control. This is very important so you don't mess up your lipstick. And then I take the Charlotte Tilbury spray and I go ahead and set my makeup with this spray. And this spray is so good. Makes your makeup last a very long time, and it adds kind of like a filter effect to your makeup, and it makes your skin look super flawless. Okay guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I'm super obsessed. I love this neutral tone type of makeup look with this plum lip liner. I'm obsessed. So I really hope that you learned something and enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!